Lights look best when scrolling least. Just a broken piece of plastic. Just another new device. Just another nervous habit. One more thing you have to buy. Just one more thing to replace. One more way to block your face. Too much data. Too much session. Dollars, wasting hours, wasting talent with wasted power. No one says it, but it's known. The more connected, the more alone. And am I under some spell? And do my thoughts belong to me? Or just some slogan I ingested to save time?
Later, Europe. It'd been almost a month since we left home to go around the world. We'd couch surfed 23 out of 24 nights, made a lot of cool friends, ate a lot of their food. So we tap danced, made a grand total of 0 in Copenhagen, euros, that is, not dollars. But we didn't care, our skin was thicker, our muscles were stronger, and our wallets were lighter, but not by much. Until we fell off the wagon in Denmark, we'd managed to spend just $30 each per day. But Europe is the West. From here on out, we were going east. So during the planning of our trip, we decided to spend almost a month in the Middle East. So we booked it, and then within a matter of days, the Arab Spring had sprung, so to speak. We were headed to Jordan, which was violence-free, but we had a layover in Cairo. 2 weeks before we left, Mubarak stood down and handed power to the military, but tourists were still being urged to stay out of Egypt altogether because the political climate was still far from stable. After a lot of mixed advice, we ultimately decided 30 minutes inside the airport would be fine.
Our flight got canceled and now we're in Cairo. We were told we shouldn't even have a layover here. Cairo.
Our new flight was scheduled for the next day, so after we forked over $50 each for our last-minute Egyptian visas, the airline dropped us off at what would end up being, in a strange twist, the fanciest hotel we stayed at the entire trip. Plus, they gave us a handful of buffet vouchers. Delicious.
You know what's wrong with you, Miss whoever you are? You're chicken. You've got no guts. You're afraid to stick out your chin and say, okay, life's a fact. People do fall in love. People do belong to each other. Because that's
So our stay in Egypt was brief and uneventful, and thankfully so. I don't think either of us would even really consider we've been there, but we'll be back.
you're terrified somebody's gonna stick you in a cage.
A week ago we'd been in Germany, where less than a century ago we wouldn't have dared set foot.
Yourself.
Things change, and with any luck, they get better.
Texas or on the east by Somaliland. It's wherever you go.
So we originally booked our flight to Amman because with a round-the-world ticket, it was the cheapest way to get into Israel. The plan was this: crash for the night at the cheapest hotel we could find in the city, rise with the sun, and take the first bus to the border, pop out on the other side to spend 2 weeks binging on milk and honey. But somewhere on the way to the bus station, we tripped and fell in love with Jordan. That, and we could never get a straight answer on where the bus station was. But for the most part, it was the little things, like how you can get a pretty ritzy smoothie for less than $1 on almost any downtown street corner. Or maybe it's how every time you think you're alone, you look up and you make eye contact with King Abdullah. While its Arab neighbors shook with revolution, Jordan was pretty much business as usual. And while no opinion in politics is unanimous, for the most part, Jordanians had positive things to say about their king. His diplomacy, his support of change and political reform, and his 1996 guest spot on Star Trek.
Mr. Kim, just the person I wanted to see.
See you later.
No SAG card? Join the club.
When you first arrive, you think to yourself, wow, this is brown. But then it only takes just a spoonful of hummus, and suddenly you've done this, and you're not going to Israel.
We hit the ground running. A man we'd met in Europe had told us about some secret, little-known hot springs. We asked around in Amman and no one knew anything, until finally we asked one taxi driver. He glanced over his shoulder and gave us a single curt nod.
Made a deal with a taxi driver in Amman to drive us to the hot springs for a fixed price.
So we've been in the car now for about an hour and we're somewhere in the hills east of the Dead Sea. We have no idea where we are or actually even where we're going. So we start inquiring, like, we've been on the road for a while, do you know where we're going? And then he jerks the car over to the side of the road.
Says, okay, I'm doubling the price. Get out of his taxi or pay him double, which we didn't have. So we got out of his taxi in the middle of nowhere.
Why you do it? This is what you asked. This is the price we agreed upon. So we came back. You are not good. What? You are not good.
I don't care. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to everything I've touched since I opened that jar of honey. Start with my hair.
Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a beat.